Go Helge, welcome to Saturday Todd Chamber. We're playing an Eternal War Vital Intelligence game at about 2,400 points. We've got the Space Wolves and Chaos of all varieties facing off today. On the Space Wolf side, we've got a battalion and a vanguard for 9 CP. On the Chaos side, we've got ourselves 2 battalions. We've already used the CP, which we're going to talk about in a minute. On the Space Wolf side, our Warlord is Arjac Rockfist. He's got Saga the Bear, which is a 6+ save after save, colloquially referred to around here as the DR. If he makes a save, that turns into a 6-inch bubble for everybody around him. We give our relic to Harold Fairhair, which is the Wolf and Stone, which gives +1 attack to him, any infantry, and cavalry within 3 inches of him in the fight phase. For Najal, we brought a little bit of magic, elemental magic, not warp magic, let's not confuse it. We have Tempest Wrath, Murderous Hurricane, Jaws of the World Wolf. On the Chaos side, we've got the Crimson Slaughter. Kratos, who is a Chaos Lord in Terminator armor, is the Warlord. His Warlord trait is Eternal Vendetta, which lets him reroll wound rolls. We've brought a Dark Apostle I'm going to call Erebus, to everyone's chagrin. His artifact is the Black Mace. We've got a sorcerer named Dagon, who has Infernal Gaze and Warp Time. On the Slaaneshi Demon side, there is a Demon Prince who has the spell Pavane of Slaanesh, which is an 18-inch range, and we roll a d6 for every model in a unit. And on a 6-up, we have a Mortal Wound. Then we also have Cacophonic Choir, and we've used the stratagem, Denizens of the Warp, to put some demonettes into the warp. So this is where we're starting off. Eternal War, Vital Intelligence, Space Wolves versus Chaos. Got the army overviews coming up, and we're going to talk about the game type once we've... All right, Chaos overview. We're going to start with the Demon Detachment, Slaaneshi Demon Detachment. And we've got some Demonettes, we've got some Seekers, we've got this spiky chariot we saw last week in Age of Sigmar, which I don't like, I'm going to try to kill first. A Demon Prince, and onto the, more standard issue, less messed up. Chaos Space Marines. We've got a Rhino with the Havoc Launcher and a Combi Bolter Flamer situation. 2 Hellbrutes in all their glory. Some Cultists being led by a Dark Apostle. I'm going to call him Erebus. Then we've got ourselves a Sorcerer. Chaos Lord Terminator armor, sporting a dead Blood Angel or Dark Angel helmet on there. Harkon World Claimer, giving it to the Blue Boys. Some Raptors, super cool. Some Chosen. Some standard issue Chaos Space Marines. And a Forge Fiend and a Mauler Fiend. But here is the battalion of Chaos Space Marines. And here is the Chaos Demon Slaaneshi contingent. All right, here are the Space Wolves. We've got a battalion and a vanguard. We're going to start with the battalion first, led by Harold Fairhair. We've got Najal Stormcaller, so bringing a little magic, which is different, but it's not warp magic, okay? It's elemental. We've got some Blood Claws. We've got some Gray Hunters. Some more Blood Claws. Some Sky Claws. Some Fenrisian Wolves with a Cyber Wolf. Some Thunderwolf Cavalry, some Longfangs, a Rhino, and into the Vanguard we've got Arjac Rockfist and Iron Priest, Venerable Dreadnought with Blizzard Shield and Frost Axe, a Contemptor Pattern Dreadnought, Murderfang, some Terminators, and a Stormwolf. So here are the Space Wolves. All right, here's how we deploy for our Eternal War Vital Intelligence game. You've got 5 objectives total, 1 in the center of the map and 4 on diagonals, halfway between the corner of the map and the center. Basically, at the beginning of each turn, battle round, I should say, the player who did not choose the deployment zone, in this case it'll be the Chaos player, who also has the first turn, unless I seize the initiative, will roll a dice. On a 6. All of the objectives are active. On any other roll, the corresponding number with the corresponding objective will be active, and any player controlling that will get 2 victory points. Controlling an objective in general gives you 1, and if it's active, you get 2. We also have Slay the Warlord, First Strike, and Line Breaker for this particular battle. But here's where we have set up. We've got a bunch of Blood Claws all over one objective, and then we've got some Cultists on the other one. We did have a slight adjustment to the CP and a slight adjustment to the Chaos side with the battalion and 2 patrols. We've been betrayed by the Chaos gods, so they are finicky. But we did have a slight adjustment, but this is how we've set up for the battle. And we're gonna go to a roll off. I'm gonna see if Space Wolves can seize the initiative. If not, the Chaos player here is gonna have the first turn. End of Chaos turn 1. We had some general movement everywhere from this particular army, but yeah, everybody kind of moved forward except for the cultists on the objective. The crack shot here with his Havoc launcher shot through these windows, which is awesome. Really cool pictures, good images. I think he killed a couple Grey Hunters. There was some shooting. There was some multi-melta brought into the Grey Hunters. The Havoc launcher murdered them. A lot of death. So we lost a whole bunch of Grey Hunters to shooting, and then the Seekers charged in and just brutalized, just tongued Space Wolves to death. Lost 7, rolled 2 on morale, which was nice. So I only lost 1, which was great. But here's where we stand. I took 1 wound and lost 8 Grey Hunters in that turn. Right now, Demon Dave's got himself this objective, and he's got himself this objective, but we've got my turn to go through before we decide who gets VPs. So, going into Space Wolf, turn 1. End of Space Wolf's turn 1. The Grey Hunters were tongued to death ultimately. Not great for them. In general, we held this objective. Moved forward with the Thunderwolves, moved forward with our Dreadnoughts, moved forward with the Jaw, moved forward and actually charged with the Rhino. Did some shooting, took some shots at the Mauler Fiend with the, or Forge Fiend I should say, with the Storm Wolf. Took some wounds off it. Not a lot, but we took some wounds, that was good. Cleared out the Cultists with some shooting from the Contemptor and Murderfang. And actually cast some spells with the Jaw. I think we killed like 3 in the Psychic phase. Not too bad, but kind of exciting for me. Didn't really get anybody over here. But we did make a charge with the Fenrisian Wolves at the Hellbrute. Did some wounds, he didn't care about that. Charged the Dark Apostle with the Cyber Wolf, followed up with Murderfang, and Murderfanged. That's what he did. So, cool. So in this turn, we traded some Thunderwolves for a Dark Apostle. And we didn't hurt anybody with bumping with the Rhino, but we almost lost the Rhino. So this is where we stand at the end of the turn. We're going to calculate out victory points. Quick victory point recap after turn 1. We've got 2 points for Chaos here and there. Space Wolves score 2 for holding the middle objective that was activated, and these 2. So we both got first strike. So at the end of turn 1, it is 5-3. Space Wolves on top for the moment. Going into Chaos. End of Chaos turn 2. We're going to focus on the failure that are these Thunderwolf Cavalry. But in general, Chaos made some charges. So we charged with the Demon Prince. We charged with the Exalted Secret Chariot. Charged with this Mauler Fiend. Charged with both the Brutai. And yeah, we stayed in combat. And over here, we did pile out the Possessed from the Rhino. Cultist stayed put. Forge Fiend stayed put. Seeker's Charge, Najal. But that's basically all the movement. But over here, the Chaos Warriors popped the Rhino, lost 2 Blood Claws in the process. Then over here, Murderfang took a significant number of wounds, 5 I think, and he did some back to the guy with the Scourge. That was pretty brutal, that Scourge. Over here, the Contemptor Dreadnought did some wounds to the Mauler Fiend and took some back in return. And over here, the Chariot of Doom and Destruction, both in Age of Sigmar and 40k, killed 1.5 Thunderwolf Cavalry, and then the Thunderwolf Cavalry, or Demon Prince participated there too, not a whole lot there. But Thunderwolf Cavalry fought back, fought the Demon Prince, hurt him a little bit. That was fun, that was exciting. Then spent the Honor Thy Chapter stratagem for 3 CP, and promptly missed every single thing we did ever. I have burnt and melted down those dice. So this is where we stand. Going into Space Wolf, turn 2. End of Wolves turn 2. Kind of crazy, it's only turn 2, but a lot of death here. Stormwolf here moved, shot some Chosen, killed a couple Chosen, great success. Then we had a combat here with the Blood Claws and some Chaos Space Marines. Both sides killed one another, ended up with 5 models apiece, so we contested this objective equally. Cool, fun, exciting. Over here we've got Murder Fang, who murder fangs things, and Venerable Dreadnought. We came in and double floofed the Hellbrutes. Then, who knew, but the Iron Priest came in and killed this Mauler Fiend in a single charge, so that was pretty impressive. Now, downside for the Space Wolves, Thunderwolf Cavalry lost to the Demon Chariot of Death and Destruction and Demon Prince, who knew? But here is where we stand. At the end of Wolves turn 2, going into Chaos turn 3. But got a hotly contested objective here. This is the active objective. We split 2 points apiece. But going into the end there of this turn, we're 9 Space Wolf points to 7 Chaos points. So it's not the number of Slanesh, but it is the number of Nurgle. So I guess it's kind of chaosy for Chaos. But here's where we are going into turn 3. End of Chaos turn 3. Welcome to Flooftown. Yeah, nightmare. So here we see Najal in the foreground. He did slay the Seekers in front of him. That was a great success. Murderfang's still with his floofs. Over here we had a Demon Prince charge in, kill a Contemptor Dreadnought. Then we had an Iron Priest heroically intervene and took a decent number of wounds off him. That was good. Creepy, scary Chariot stayed put, held the objective. Long Fangs on their hill, good for them. Over here we had 2 units of Raptors, Harkon and some Demonettes, Deep Strike against some Blood Claws and Herald. Blood Claws didn't fare super well. Herald heroically intervened to assist, and we killed 9 out of the 10 Demonettes. That was good. They also killed 9 out of the 10 Blood Claws. So we've got a little bit of a face-off going on here. That's fun and exciting stuff. Over here, we have the Chaos Space Marines that destroyed the last remnants of the Blood Claws, so this is their objective. But here is where we currently stand. We've got a Stormfang on a hill, very heroically, and then we've got Possessed, Rhino, Chaos Space Marines, a Sorcerer, Cultist on an objective, Forge Fiend, Chaos Lord, Murder Fang, Najal, Harkon, World Claimer, 2 units of Raptors, some Demonette, a Demonette, I should say, Herald Fairhair, 1 Blood Claw Pack Leader, Long Fangs, Demon Prince, Iron Priest, and a Chaos Creepy Chariot. And in reserve, where are they going to come out? Have to come out this turn. We've got some Terminators and some Skyclaws. So here we go, going into Space Wolf turn 3. End of Space Wolf turn 3. Welcome back to Flooftown, I guess. We had Murderfang move forward. He's now a floof in front of the Forge Fiend. Not good. We did deep strike the Terminators over there in the far right corner in Arjack here. And we did deep strike the Skyclaws here. Over here, we had some shooting. The Iron Priest, I tell you what, MVP right now, Hellfrost pistoled the Demon Prince to death. So good for him. Awesome, fantastic. That was great. Took some shots from the Long Fangs at the Forge Fiend. I think we took some wounds, not a whole lot. Over here, we killed the last Demonette with a pistol shot from the plasma pistol on the Blood Claw Pack Leader. That was good. These gentlemen stood. These guys did shoot, killed a handful. Najal did some psyching, killed a handful of the Raptors there. That was also fun. Over here, the Stormwolf did shoot everything it had at the remaining Chaos Space Marines, killed all of them, denied the objective, because that's the kind of game we're playing right now. Other than that, it is a tale of failed charge rolls. Yeah, great Overwatch by the Forge Fiend, killed the Murder Fang, and everybody else absolutely crapped the bed on the charge roll. Took Overwatch for free, that's always fun, but didn't make the charge. So here's where we end turn 3, going into Chaos turn 4. But we did gain, let's see here, 2, because all of the objectives are active in this turn. 2 points for Chaos there. 2 points for Chaos there. And 2 points for the Space Wolves there. So we're actually tied 11 to 11 going into turn 4. End of Chaos turn 4. The action really happened here where the Lone Wolf Bloodclaw Pack Leader and Harold Fairhair stood their ground against a bunch of Raptors and Harkon World Claimer. Got Harold down to 2 wounds, got the Bloodclaw Pack Leader down to 1 wound. Don't think we killed really any Raptors in return, but Harold did claim the head of Harkon, the World Claimer, so World claim this guy. But that's fun. Good news story for the Space Wolves. Over here, bad news story for the Space Wolves. The Slaaneshi Chariot of Doom and Destruction continues its rampage of death. Killed the Iron Priest with all 874 attacks and mortal wounds. So that was good, fun, exciting for Slaanesh. There is Floof Town. And here's really where we stand. Did some shooting. Killed a Terminator. Took some shots at the Storm Wolf. Took some wounds off it. That was good. But this is where we stand going into Space Wolf turn 4. End of Wolves turn 4. The floofs continue. That's the saga we're telling. But over here, Arjak Terminators charged Kratos, the Chaos Lord, and the Forge Fiend. Killed both, thank goodness. These Terminators consolidated towards the closest enemy models, which were these cultists on this objective. And Arjak just stood there looking at the floofs. Over here, the scariest chariot in the history of chariots was shot by the Storm Wolf and the Longfangs. Took it down, took some wounds. We did okay. We did all right. Now here on the far side, you've got Harold Fairhair with his really great hair, and the Lone Wolf with some backup of Skyclaws. Fought some Raptors. Killed 1 unit of 2 Raptors and killed the balance of the Raptors on the other side. Did lose a wound on Harold, and we've got 1 brave Raptor left. But here's where we stand at the end of Wolves turn 4. Objective 1 was the active objective here. Najal did get it, so 2 points there, 1 point there, 3 points for the Space Wolves. And we got ourselves 1 point here for Chaos, and 1 point here for Chaos. So at the end of turn 4, we are 15 to 13. Space Wolves on top barely for the moment. So here's where we stand going into Chaos turn 5. End of Chaos turn 5. The story is really here. The scary Chariot of Doom and Destruction that is my bane killed 3 Skyclaws and did take 1 wound in return. Over here, Harold was slain by the last Raptor before the Bloodclaw Pack Leader / Lone Wolf at this point killed him back, so that was good. Great success for the Wolves, and a bit sad. And other than that, we moved the Rhino, advanced the Sorcerer, attempted to cast Warp Time, but Najal denied it. A little bit of shooting from the auto guns with the Terminators, but Terminator armor apparently doesn't care about auto guns. So here is where we stand going into Wolves turn 5. End of Wolves turn 5. The Chariot of Death and Destruction was destroyed. Main story here, Najal attempted to cast Murderous Hurricane, didn't work. So he used Arcane Bolt. Yeah, I said Arcane Bolt because I refused to use the Smite rules, but we did kill it with 1 mortal wound. So it was basically Smite, but it was Arcane Bolt, so it was a little less shitty. The Long Fangs and the Storm Wolf shot at the cultists across the board there, wiped them out, great success. Over here, Arjak and the Terminators moved towards those cultists. The active objective was Objective 2, the cultists were on it. But here is where we stand at the end of Wolf turn 5. 2 points for the Space Wolves. Najal's on that one. These gentlemen are on that one. The Chaos gentlemen are on 0. So we are actually at, let's see, looks like 17 to 13 at the minute. Space Wolves up. We're now going to roll off to see if the game continues. And we rolled to see if the game continued. Promptly rolled a 1, so the game is over. And this is where we stand. Space Wolves here. All of the floofs in the history of floofs. And the Chaos Sorcerer Dagon, a Rhino full of Possessed, still in tow. So there's still a fight to be had, to be fair. But here's where we end at the final piece of our Eternal War Vital Intelligence game. Ultimately ended up 17 to 13 Space Wolf victory. But great game, super fun, so much death, so many floofs, all sorts of destruction. But this is it.